Well, hello and welcome to my channel. My name's Lyndon. Thank you so much for coming, and in today's video I want to have a look at 4 really smashing minor scale licks that you can use for jamming or in your band or just having fun playing. And I also want to show you the construction of how I'm arriving at these, what I think are absolutely stunning licks. They're really simple, so I'd like to show you the construction as well. So let's get into that. And the type of minor scale that I'm going to be using is a Dorian minor, and just in case you're not 100% sure what a Dorian minor is, I'm going to talk you through that as well, so it's all good. And before I do all of that, I want to say my thank yous to the saxophone world, the saxophone YouTube world that is out there. Thank you so much for your lovely support, your lovely messages, buying me coffee and all of that good stuff. Please subscribe to the channel, share my videos and all of that. So do all of that YouTubey stuff, please, and thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So let's take a look at this type of minor scale, because there's quite a lot of minor scales, and this is a very common one. It's one that I really strongly recommend that you get really comfortable with. It's so straightforward. Let's have a look. So if I take the scale of C major, C, D, E, F, G, A, B and C, and all I'm going to do is so simple. I'm just going to start on the second note of C and get these notes: D, E, F, G, A, B, C and D, and this D here would have the octave key on. And then this is now a new scale. This is my D minor 7 it's called, which is a Dorian minor. And the Dorian is just specifying what kind of minor scale. So there's quite a lot of different types of minor scale. I really like focusing on the Dorian because it comes up all the time, and specifically it comes up in a chord structure in jazz tunes called a 2-5-1. Get that right, 2-5-1, which I've done videos about. So if you're not sure about those, have a look. I'll try and put a link in the I will put a link in the description below about 2-5-1s. Anyway, so this is the type of minor scale that comes up in a 2-5-1. That's why I think it's worth thinking about and getting familiar with. And then the chord tones are going to be D, F, A, C, and I could also include the E as the 9th, and that would be the root and the 3rd and the 5th and the 7th and the 9th. And this way of writing it down, D minor 7, what this really says, what this tells us, is that compared to D major, it's got a flattened 3rd and a flattened 7th compared to D major. So the minus sign tells me that the 3rd has been flattened compared to D major, and the 7 tells me that the 7th note has been flattened compared to D major. Yeah, but so there's a couple of different ways that you could think about it. You could either think about it as D major with the 3rd and the 7th flattened, and that would get you to this bunch of notes here, or you could think of it as like C major starting on the 2nd note, which we call the 2nd mode. So this is the 2nd mode of C major. Yeah, cool. And here's what that sounds like on my gorgeous tenor sax. And coming down from there. Beautiful, really nice. So let's have a look at the scale. I'm going to write it down here. I've cleaned off my board and I'm going to write it down here for you. So we've got D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C and D, and these guys would have the octave key on. These are my chord tones. That's the root and the 3rd and the 5th and the 7th and the 9th. And I'm doing this because I want to show you the construction of each one of the phrases. So we've got 4 phrases. in a minor scale. Okay, cool. So the first one is D, F, A, C, E, G, E, and I'm going to hang on that E and a D and an E. By the way, full disclaimer, I have worked these phrases out. Just took a few seconds really, just jamming and finding some beforehand and finding some really nice phrases, and I've written them down. And these guys here are going to have the octave keys on. And let's have a look at the construction, because all of these phrases are so simple in their construction, and what I really want to share with you is to get you to do this for yourself. So you've got D, F, A, C, E. Look, D, F, A, C, E, and actually I'm going up to the 11th in this case, which is also a chord tone. Sounds really, really nice. That's the 11th. Back down to the 9th. So I'm going D, F, A, C, E, G, E, D, E. Wow, how straightforward is that? Just unbelievably simple, and yet it sounds so nice. I'm going to play that with my backing track. So the backing track that I'm using is from Session Band Jazz Volume 3 on my iPad. This is in a swing funk genre. I've gone into here and I've muted off the trumpet and the metronome, and I've gone into here and made sure that it's set to B flat, and this is my D minor 7. So if I play that with a backing track, that's going to sound absolutely gorgeous. It can't not really, because you're hitting the chord tones. Isn't that lovely? So nice. And you could phrase that in a bunch of different ways, as you heard me just doing. So let's have a look at the second phrase. So the second phrase is E, F, G, E, C, D, E, C, B, A, and these guys have got the octave key on, and those two guys have got the octave key on. And again, look at the construction, so simple. Look, E, F, G, E, and then I'm going to, in fact, if I do it up here, look, E, F, G, E, and then I'm dropping down to another chord tone making the same shape, C, D, E, C, B, A. It's so simple. When you look at it in terms of the scale, it just makes it so simple. When you look at it like this, you think, oh, how do you ever come up with that bunch of notes together? But when you see it in the scale, it's really obvious. So let's have a listen to that with the backing track. And by the way, if that's, doesn't it sound lovely? And it does to my ear, it's just exquisite. I could play that for like 3 minutes, just that phrase on its own. But because I'm a mad saxophonist, that's why. But if that's too fast for you, you can go slowly. It's really, it doesn't need to be fast to sound good. You could do that really slowly and it would sound gorgeous. Have a listen. Sound lovely. Sounds just as nice slow as it does fast. So never fall into the trap of thinking that things have to be really fast and aggressive in order to sound good. They don't. Slow notes sound just equally as beautiful, if not more beautiful. Let's look at our next phrase. So we've got, I really like this one, B, E, D, E, F, E. This is number 2. And this is number 3. Really nice. Let's look at the construction then. So we've got, started on the 6th this time, just to make a nice change. down to the E, and then D, E, F, E. Again, so simple. It's not really very much movement at all. It's just such a simple phrase, but it's so nice. Have a listen. It's just sounds so lovely. Again, I could play and play and play and play that. It's just lovely. All right, let's look at this last phrase then. And this is one that I use a lot at gigs. D, E, F, G, A, C, B. And I'm going to extend that B and G, E. No octave key required. And you can see just straight from here, just from looking at the lick, I'm just going up the scale. Look, D, E, F, G, A, and then C and B, and then G and E. So again, that E, that G and E, you could look at that as an 11th and a 9th if you wanted to. Doesn't really matter how you look at it. It just sounds gorgeous. You can look at it any way you want. Let's see what that sounds like. Really, really nice. It's going to be gorgeous. Yeah, beautiful. And that's phrase number 4. So again, you can use these phrases just to mess about. By the way, what I want you to do is, if you understand the construction of the phrase, put them into other keys, put them into other Dorian minors, because you can work it out. You can work out exactly what I'm doing. So that's one thing that you can do, to put them into other keys. Another thing that you can do, this is your homework if you want to take it, is to learn these by ear, because they're not super difficult to learn. And that would be really, really good, because that's developing your language skills. And another thing that you can do is that you can develop these phrases. So you could start, you know, really, really playing them and then adding little bits to them, or taking bits away, or putting a question and answer type feel to one of them. All of those things are really, really, really good things to practice, because they're good fun. They're really, really practical. You're practicing the scale, you're practicing the chord tones. I can't see what the possible downside of that is. You're enjoying yourself, hopefully. You're having fun. You're developing your confidence with improvisation. You're playing to a backing track, which means that you're exploring and developing your rhythmic capabilities. I mean, what, you know, what a lovely way to practice, right? And you'll develop like that. It's really, really cool. Right, so I can feel myself starting to rant. I'm going to put these 4 phrases together. Have a listen, see how lovely they sound. Honestly, I could just practice and practice and practice and practice. That's just just makes my heart sing playing like that. I just think it sounds so, so lovely. Right. all the YouTubey things, thank you so much for coming. No, I really do appreciate your feedback. Is just mind-bogglingly, it has such an impact, I can't tell you. My website is coming, so that's really exciting. I can't wait to tell you about that and get your feedback on that. Thank you for your feedback. Please subscribe to my channel, share and like if you feel like supporting the making of these videos with buying me a coffee. That's always amazing. Thank you so much for coming. I do hope you found that useful. Please let me know in the comments below. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.